This is the Atlanta Small Business Show with Jim Fitzpatrick.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining me on another edition of the Atlanta Small Business Show. As an entrepreneur, one of the most important tasks is to learn how to successfully scale your business to new heights. Unfortunately, this can serve as a challenge for many female small business owners that don't have a strategy in place to do so. Today's guest is Beate Chelette, the author of the #1 international Amazon bestseller, Happy Women, Happy World: How to Go from Overwhelmed to Awesome. She's a certified female business owner and has been named one of 50 must-follow women entrepreneurs by Huffington Post. Thanks very much for joining us in the studio today.
I'm excited to be here in fabulous Atlanta.
I know, isn't it great?
It is great.
You're an LA girl, right? And you're
I'm
in the
an LA
South.
girl, yes.
Yeah. Well, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. I'm sure that we've gotten a few people that have now just gotten a little bit more attention to the show today to say, we want to hear what she has to say. Happy Women, Happy World. It's a great title, and as a husband, I know that happy wife, happy life, my father used to tell me, so I love the title of the book. So let's kind of jump right in here. What was the motivation behind writing the book?
Well, I wanted to write a book that really gave women a pathway, a step-by-step pathway on how to get this feeling of overwhelmed.
Right.
Away.
Right.
Because women are the primary caregivers.
Yep.
They are all trying to squeeze 25 hours out of a 24-hour day.
That's right.
They take care of the husbands, they take care of the household, they take care of their families, they take care of business. They most of the time are income earners. And so it is so much that women then forget to take care of themselves.
Right.
And they have this perpetual feeling of being completely overwhelmed.
That's right.
So I wanted to create a straight talk book. It's like, okay, here it is from somebody who went through all of this, came out on the other side. This is the playbook.
And let's talk about that. Let's talk about your background for a minute. When you say you went through all of this, I know you've been a successful entrepreneur and business owner and such. Talk to us about that.
Yes. So, I mean, my story is that I'm the unruly child, and I wanted to go in the creative industry, so I became a photographer, started my entrepreneur career very early on. And then I became photo editor at Elle magazine because I realized I was always better at the business side behind creativity. And I immigrated to the United States, became a photo representative and a producer. So I worked with Levi's, Wrangler, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, lots
brands.
Of great companies.
Sure.
And then something happened to me that happens sometimes to people, which is all the stuff that you read about that happens to other people. That was me. The lawsuit, the betrayal, the lying employee, the vendor.
You've seen it all.
I mean, I've seen it all.
You have every right to write this book.
Oh my goodness. And at the end of the day,
You've earned your stripes, as they say.
$35,000 in debt.
Oh, jeez.
And I have to find my way out of it.
There are many people right now, small business owners and entrepreneurs, that are shaking their head going, me too, I'm right there. Maybe their number's bigger, maybe it's smaller, but they can all relate.
Exactly. And then eventually I wrote a letter to the President of the United States, back then George W. Bush. And I said, you always talk about the small business being the backbone of the American economy. I said, well, what do I do now? And so I got a letter from the White House.
Really?
True story. And it put me in touch with the Small Business Administration.
No kidding.
They helped me to find a bank that restructured my debt.
No kidding.
Freed up my line of credit. Look 3 months later, I'm break even. 18 months later, I'm selling my company to Bill Gates for millions of dollars.
Wow. That is fantastic. What a story. Oh my gosh.
It's a crazy story.
Yeah. Did you ever have an opportunity to meet George W. and say, thank you, you answered my letter and it changed my life?
No, I have not, but if he is watching, thank you.
Beate Chelette, entrepreneur, keynote speaker, and author of the #1 best-selling book, international speaker, as I mentioned, Happy Women, Happy World: How to Go from Overwhelmed to Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on the Atlanta Small Business Show. This has been such a delight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.